Welcome back to Obduction. The threads keep on going for now. We have a journal to read, so let's just start with that, I suppose. I don't know how long this is going to be, but this might be some juicy details. 15997 after Hunrath, I guess. The Villain. I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle. Or perhaps not. They launched themselves across the expanses of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they were abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I see. Annihilated by what? The Mofang? Or, was that not happening yet? I've come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever this strange system is that we find ourselves in. And then, a year-ish later, I need to write this down. We buried Evan? Yoon? I don't know. Today. This place... Is that, that's probably one of, not a human. It's probably, a villain or something? This place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out at the undulating Saurian. Right, Soraya, I think, was the Mofang? So I guess, Ji Yoon might be, a Mofang? Because, yeah, they were the ones that could, speak. At least a little bit. Weirdness beyond the cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance, but there have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years. But before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately, almost directly toward me from one of the distant structures. It, I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop, or turn around, or be curious about the strange dome and our world inside it, but it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity, until my reflexes took over at the last moment, and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backward, or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone and the Mofang vanished. Wait, hold on. What's that saying? I, didn't take that in. Oh, is it, is it saying that they didn't used to be able to, actually swap to different worlds? They would just, look into them? They would swap and then the dome would still be intact. So they would see into places, but normally if you touch the dome wall, you would have just, looped back in, or, gotten back to Hunrath or something? I'm not too sure. And where the Mofang went, if it teleported away into the same area, or if that got back into Hunrath. I was stunned for a bit, but I retrieved my wits and stepped into the dome myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside, on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. Okay, I'm not quite following exactly, what the implications are here. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I always wondered how no one on Earth noticed what had replaced this chunk of Arizona we have here. Yeah, so how does that explain that? That, the Mofang didn't see the dome, didn't recognize that there even was a part of the planet that had been swapped out? And it would just, run into it, and because it runs into it, it teleports to the other side and just doesn't see that anything is, wrong or different? But how does that make sense? Wouldn't it, then who controls what sees what? I guess the seeds, maybe? It's the trees have chosen the people that were in the swap are the only ones that know that it's happening? Or something? I don't know. Definitely very confusing. And then, wait, how much longer was this? Another year or so? I got to vent. Again, there are those who argue with me. Over and over I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process was that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us. All of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, just one more vent before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us. I was saved from like a campsite. I was just about to like grill some marshmallows, but it saved me from my raised blood sugar, I guess. Individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? Well, I see, in that sense, like, maybe we were saved from the planet's destruction or some horrible catastrophe or something. I don't know, but that would be weird. Why would that happen? And the arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055, and Uziel got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. What does that mean? Time here, yeah, like, this we already picked up on, but I guess it gets expanded upon now. Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? And then like 2 weeks later, or 1 week? It's 3:15 AM and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday meditating with the RI, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW, I had just a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch, just a sip, and collapsed in my chair. I swear, it was just one drink. Well, I just awoke from a dream. I'm not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the RI were able to move something in me to understand, or possibly, because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers, it was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control it and contain it, and make it healthier, but the garden seemed to fight me at every turn, and after what seemed like days of work I finally gave up in frustration, and as I stood there doing nothing, the garden flourished before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction. Because, I realized, the system that the plants were based on was not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control, when they are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. It's not necessarily always true, because then, like, certain species and plants will obviously get outcompeted and die off. Is that better, necessarily? Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness, but from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. Well, yeah, again, the ones that succeed do that. The more they are scattered, the higher their odds of surviving. And now that I contemplate, I realize that even the individual plants' seeds may not appreciate the benefit of what's happening. They are torn far from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive... Ah, the seeds that survive. This is, like, kind of weirdly written. Now that's where real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it... Just give me a sec. Okay, it's not that much more. Beyond the beauty of it, all is a system and structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process, period, not question mark? There are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs. So, well, if I look at all of this, the cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions, well, there seems to be a grand system, or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It is unemotionally intent on the health of something much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but, well, what am I in the entire scheme of the universe, period? I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I will talk with CW. He should be swayed from his battery plan. Should we unplug the battery again? And this is like a long time later? It's like about another year or so? Slightly over? I really don't journal much. I came to write this down because I'm distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I've set in motion, I realize that I've become the destroyer of worlds. Okay, and you've also become a plagiarist. I sat down to write to seek some cathartic tranquilization, and I realize the last thing I've journaled was some esoterically beautiful philosophy about letting this garden grow. Not so reaffirming or calming. But nevertheless, here is my reasoning, because I must write this down. Simply, it's us or them. Complexly, if this is some kind of garden, and we're the plants, or seeds, or whatever, well, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive, if the others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive. I am more fit, damn it! This is not me. I want to be calm, and garden, or ungarden, or grow. This guy is a lunatic. Or whoever this is? What gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? The strong one, of course! Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? Yeah, generally, yeah, unless you can fight back and become more better and more powerfuler. What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive? To help love itself to survive? Can love bloom on the battlefield? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I'm not even capable of understanding the situation of hate versus love? Maybe I'm the hater. Yeah, you're such a hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in the light of the choice I have made? My god, it's too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, then I chose to live within them. I am a seed, scattered by the wind. But I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. Who the fuck was this? It didn't say, right? No. It doesn't say, like, who this is, but I guess we should assume it's probably CF? Whoever that is that someone Farley? I don't know. But yeah, that was kind of a lot of like weird ramblings. Nice samurai otter. See, like this is more fitting, I guess, because it's just more abstract or like more, I don't know. You could see that as just being part of the world, I suppose. Oh. It's very quiet. Why is it so quiet? Okay, I stopped it. That was like extremely quiet. I could barely even hear it. Oh, yeah, what's going on here? Like it's white. So this was the like villain thing? I don't know if we need to care about this. Villain extrusions. I don't know what that means. But so this is something from Murray, and it's near white. So, like, did we gain anything from this? I mean, we got some, like, lore, I guess, but I don't see how any of this is relevant to anything that we have to do, but I don't know, maybe we do have to do something with color puzzles with the Arai eggs. Or possibly, like, there's something in this book to note. I don't know, but I guess for now, we'll leave this thing, and we have to go all the way back, all the way around, and, which way is quicker? Yeah, I guess we have to go this way. Where did this take us again? This is just nowhere, right? Like, I don't think this is good. Yeah, this is just... Oh no, yeah, this is good. Oh, that's actually a much better way to go. Huh. Maybe I should have been doing that all along. instead of taking the excavator elevator up. I didn't think that took us, like, so close. I mean, I guess there's still quite a bit we have to run through here. But overall, it's not too bad. So yeah, now we can swap back and then run all the way over there and check how that looked originally. But then we also, assuming there's no seed there, I'm gonna assume there's not. But assuming there's no seed, we have to go all the way back, swap the original thing back, and then run all the way back to Hunrath again to confirm that. So that's gonna take a while. Alright, finally. Prepare for something amazing. I'm sure this is gonna be great. Check it out. Holy cow. Wow. Okay. Alright. There actually is a swapper. I didn't expect that. But it's gonna be on the inside, I see. So, like, this will... That was weird. This will probably take us, like, facing the inside where we read stuff. So, since this is how it was originally, it would have just been, like, a wall from the outside, I'm gonna assume. So I probably didn't miss anything by not closing that door. But who knows, maybe there's something, like, written on the outside. We have to check that as well. So yeah, now, there's a wall here, but we go back in here. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So yeah, we have to see what's on the outside here. Probably nothing. Why is this one so hard to pull? But I have to do it. We have to do it. Well, I just checked this real quick, just because we've never been here when this wasn't here, so just in case that it, like, pulled something else back this way, but nope, nothing, and you can't do anything here. Weird lighting again. Off I go. This game could use more shortcuts, I'm gonna say. My god, there's a lot of running back and forth. Like, you have to... It's like long cuts. You don't unlock shortcuts that make it easier to travel back and forth. You just unlock ways to run even further, all the way around and taking more convoluted paths to get to, like, new areas in the same world. I don't know, it's kind of, like, unorthodox design, and I'm not sure this part is for the better. Alright, now I'm here again, and now we take this back one more time, and then I have to run all the way back here one more time. This one looks different. Oh boy. Really wishing I'd taken that shortcut back. I wanted to not take it so I could check what was there when I, like, wait, where would it even be? Yeah, like, up here. When I, came back there. But my god, this would have been a lot quicker if I just took that across from the start. Oh my god, that takes so long. Okay. Now... Man, I'm surprised I didn't check that. A pure rock wall. Sure enough. If this was a MYST game, there would have been something like scrawled on here, because there always would be. But now we know, so yeah, you wouldn't have really seen anything anyway if I had done this, but now we know, and we had to know. Could have been like an Easter egg or something. But my god, yeah, that was like 15 minutes or something, or 10-15 minutes of just straight up cutting everything out, because it takes so long to run from point A to point B in this game. Man, I wish they had, like, not patched that. Apparently the, like, trick with holding W and, like, forward on either the direction keys or a gamepad to move, like, twice the speed. Because all we have is this, like, diagonal running, which isn't really that much faster anyway. God, I wish you could run faster in this game for how much running you have to do. It's just kind of obnoxious, the pacing of it. Sure, I'm doing a lot of this to myself, because I want to confirm things, but I mean, if you don't, you would never know if there's something hidden behind these places. So you kind of have to do it if you want to see everything, and if you want to see everything, you have to spend a whole lot of time running. But yeah, let's leave it off there, and This, again, might be a short episode. Thanks, Obduction, for, like, consistently being my shortest Let's Play per episode. But now, what do we even do? Like, the only thing I can really think of is the Murray teleporter, right? I can't think of anything else that I can do, and at least that one we can take the shortcut to, so that shouldn't be too bad next time. I don't know, like, it feels like we're kind of done in the Array world. What was the Array world called? Captar. Yeah, I keep saying just Array. In Captar, I feel like we're kind of done. Don't think there's anything, like, left unfinished. Makes sense that we, like, completed the seeds, like, world complete, I guess. So yeah, I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that that final sphere teleporting into Murray takes us into, like, the whole of Murray and, like, we can move on, because otherwise I'm gonna be stuck again, but yeah, let's see. We'll find out. We'll see how things go. So thanks for watching. Also, I'm assuming this is now coming out, like, in the new year, I suppose? So, Hunrath New Year. I've kind of lost track a little bit, because I took a couple days off and then have other stuff recorded, and I don't know. We'll see when this goes up. But I'll see you next time.